Canada is now the #1 work destination for those looking to move and work abroad. The United States has lost its status as the place foreigners would most like to work. Canada is now regarded as the top destination. According to a new study by Boston Consulting Group and the Network, they find that the pandemic has had a major impact on people's attitudes toward working abroad. Generally, the interest has been reduced, and more people are inclined to move to countries that have done the best job of containing the coronavirus. As we talk more about what this study found, we will also look at some basic facts of Canada if you're not familiar. We're going to view areas like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Quebec City, Ottawa, the capital, as we talk about this study. Just some basic facts about Canada. The capital is Ottawa. Canada is the world's second largest country by total area, Russia being the first. The Prime Minister is Justin Trudeau, and the currency is the Canadian dollar. They do speak English and French, that is the official languages, and 50% of the population in Canada speaks both languages. So you can see why it's a nice destination if you're thinking about working, because most people speak English in Canada. So you can improve your English language skills instead of learning a completely different language if you're thinking of working abroad if you already speak some English. Back to the study, only about 50% of people are willing to move to another country for work, according to this survey. They did survey 209,000 people in 190 countries, so this was a huge study. So 50% are willing to move to another country. This is down. It used to be 57% in 2018. Many people are looking to Canada because they handled the COVID crisis relatively well compared to the US. Housing and food is increasing in the US. The cost of living in general is getting higher. Also, due to the protests that the United States has had the past year, many people are losing interest in moving to the US and turning to Canada. Also, we have to consider the restrictive immigration policies that have weakened the mobility trend. And with the rise of remote working, many may feel that they can further their careers virtually without needing to move at all. Interesting that almost all of the countries that moved up in the top 10 ranking have a relatively low incidence of COVID cases. That includes Canada, also Australia. Now they're number 3 among global work destinations, and Japan is now number 6. In addition, 2 Asia Pacific countries that have won praise for their public health response, Singapore and New Zealand, appear on the list for the first time. Concerns over the coronavirus response in Europe contributed to a decline for many previously popular destinations. Germany and France each fell 2 places in the ranking. Italy and Spain fell off the top 10 list altogether. New York, Barcelona, Rome, and Madrid are now considered much less attractive as work destinations than they were in 2018. Tokyo and Singapore have increased in attractiveness, as have Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So let's talk further about Canada and what makes it so attractive. Maybe you've never considered working abroad in Canada before. The official languages, as I mentioned, are English and French. Religions are mainly Christian, Roman Catholics, and Protestants, and the currency is the Canadian dollar. If you love the outdoors and nature, Canada is known for its many lakes. There are about 3 million lakes in Canada. Canada shares a land border with the United States in the south and in the northwest. and it also borders Alaska, which is the largest state of the US. So it does make travel between the US and Canada pretty easy. So it's a nice location. Canada is among the 10 most sparsely populated countries in the world. More than half of the population, though, live in the Canadian provinces of Ontario and Quebec. About 90% of the people in Canada live within 100 miles of the US-Canadian border. Again, so it makes travel between Canada and the US ideal. Toronto is the largest city in Canada, and they house about 6.2 million people, and it is a very clean city. Canada also shares the largest waterfalls of the world in volume. These are the Niagara Falls on the border to the US. There is the Canadian side and also the New York side. Canada is very welcoming and family friendly. Many attractions are suited for families, for children. You can explore the amazing nature and learn about the Canadian wildlife. There are 48 national parks and national reserves in Canada. The majority of Canadians, 82%, live in urban centers of the country. Most of the Canadian families have roots in England and France, as during the French and British colonized the country, and thus many families immigrated into Canada. So they are very welcoming in terms of their history. Canada has two official languages, as I did mention, English and French. The majority of Canadians speak English as their first language, but French is the main language in the Quebec province. Among the animals you will most likely encounter on your travels to Canada will be the moose, bighorn sheep, mountain goats, and the wild bison. So if you're thinking about moving abroad, consider Canada. It is now the #1 top work destination in the world. If you'd like to learn more about Canada, there are a couple links in the description to some wonderful books to give you an overall feel and some good practical information. Thanks for watching.